Good morning. Good morning, everybody. I just wanted to get on here and take some time to say thank you. Thanks so much for commenting on my photos and just being able to respond to me. It is very encouraging. Look at my hair. It's very encouraging, and I appreciate all of the comments that you have made, and being able to see me in a different light. I think this is probably the first photo shoot where I was really feeling good and happy about the shoot, and you probably could see that in my personality about what's going on. For so many years, I never thought I was pretty at all. Matter of fact, I was 35 years old when I realized it. And that's something. And I decided to actually step up here and be honest and talk to you a little bit. But that is something that you probably want to try to get your child to realize a little bit earlier, about them learning and understanding their self-worth. Because I took I took a photo shoot, and I had started losing weight a while back. And I was thinking about this at the gym this morning, but I had started losing weight a while back. And as I was morphing into this new person, losing weight, you start to not realize that it has an effect on you, not just in weight, but in your mind and in your body and in your thinking. And when you've been fat all the time, you don't think that you're beautiful, and you don't have any, really pay attention to any self-worth. You're just existing, which is what I was doing for so long. I would never forget. It was Brother Reggie. I'd never forget. He would come to Love Center. He'd be, ooh, ooh, ooh. I was like, okay. So Brother Reggie used to always turn around and he'd say, "You so beautiful." I was like, leave me alone. Oh, you just saying that. I didn't believe what he had to say. I'll never forget that. And then one day he turned around, and you know me, I get teary-eyed, so y'all don't. But one day he turned around to me and he said, "Sister Barbara, I know you hate me saying this, but I am going to tell you until you hear me that you are beautiful." And I sort of stopped at that point, and I was like, thank you. Now understand, this is like 2006. At that time, I was like 35 years old. And I was like, I don't know if this guy's telling the truth or not, or is this his way of doing it or what? But I was like, okay. And at the time, I was teaching music in New York City, in the Bronx. And I put my headshot on the door. You know how you come to your teacher's door and they say Miss Alexander or whatever? So I put it up there, and I had one of my little classes, my little challenging classes. And in this class, I was coming up. They were lined up in the hallway because I was coming up behind them, but they didn't see me coming up behind them. And as I was coming up behind, I apologize. And as I was coming up behind them, I was, they didn't see me. And so they were standing in line quietly. And a little boy said, "Who is that?" And the other little boy said, "That's Miss Alexander." And then the little boy said, "Isn't she beautiful?" And the other little boy said, "Wow, yes." Y'all, I must have cried for 2 hours after that class. 35 years old, and just realizing, I was like, I'm beautiful. 35 years old. and I just realized I was beautiful. You know, it is real, man. This is real. You don't know what person go through. You don't know how real this situation is. You know, when you're fat and you hear so much negativity as a fat person, and you don't really have, you know, you sort of just become existing. And then fat becomes your comfort. You understand what I'm saying? And so I just sort of pulled myself, which is probably why I have so many companies right now. I would pull myself into my work, pull myself into my community, pull myself into my kids. I didn't expect to have a boyfriend because, you know, I'm fat, and they're just gonna, for some people think you gotta just accept what they give you. And I ain't never been that kind of person where you just, oh, you're going to do this and this is the way you're going to do it and God going to give you this and whatever God give you, that's what you're going to take. No, because I think God wants you to be happy. He said on earth as it is in heaven. So I expect to be great on heaven, so I'm expecting greatness on earth. But I really, really had a take back moment. And then after the kids said that, I was like, so Brother Reggie was telling the truth? You know, after that, I took on a whole different light on how I started to see myself. I started to view myself. I found out that what people say to me, I didn't have to start to accept what they had to say. I found out that just because what you think of me, it doesn't depict who I am. I am a great woman, and I'm a great woman of God. And if you can't respect who I am, then you don't even need to be in my presence. If you're not helping me to get where I got to go and I got to keep feeding into you and you can't seem to come back with the reciprocity, then why am I with you? Then it's time to detach and keep moving. Do you guys hear what I'm saying? Do you, as my coach say, are you picking up what I'm putting down? So guys, I really encourage you, and encourage you not just with your children, because I'll never forget even when I was 14 years old and I was so excited about coming home to tell my mom, you know, my mom was so excited. I was like, Mom, I got saved. I'll never forget that day. And it was such a hard day. And for some reason, I guess my mother must have felt it. When I got home, she had a plant waiting for me, a cute little plant. I was like, Mom, why was everybody at school not happy about me being a Christian? Why do they seem to be so mean and so evil? But again, you don't have to accept what other people say about you. I want you to get this into your kids. I want the kids to understand it. I want them to keep looking until they can find the beauty within themselves. This is why I work so hard with kids. You understand? I don't have kids, but I refuse to have your kids not realize the beauty was inside of them. So when people tell me, oh, I'm not paying for them, I am them, baby. I'm them. And I'm going to work my tail off until them realize how the beauty and the expectation that they have inside of them to grow and succeed. This is why I say, bring your kids to me. They come into my performing arts center, you best to believe they're going to get what they need. I take time to hire professional quality people, whether they're from Juilliard, from Yale, from Alvin Ailey, from King College. It doesn't matter. My job is to ensure that you get what you need. And this is the first year that I don't just do it for your children. I've done it for you. Take time to look at the programs. Take time to invest in yourself. Because if you keep pouring out, who's pouring into you? Who's pouring into you? I want you to take time to love yourselves, guys. This is the first year I decided to learn to love myself. 51 years old. I decided to learn to love myself. While I'm giving of myself, I'm taking time to give back to me. I get my butt up in the morning and I go to the gym. I have a wonderful time at the gym. I guess everybody at the gym know, like, oh Lord, here come the loud one. Because I'm, good morning, good morning. That's just my personality. That's who I am. That's who I am. And then if I ain't doing something hard enough, here they come. Here they come. Come on, Barbara. You got to push more. You can do this. Come on. And I love that. I really appreciate all of the people over at Planet Fitness. I thank you so much for taking time with me and taking time to pour into me so I can prepare to be able to take time for others. This year, I will be debuting in England for the first time. And I'm so excited. Do you know how long I've been trying to get to England? I was trying to get there for my 50th birthday, but nobody told me I was performing in England. Wow. I'm sorry. I did not get on there to say all of this. But I just thank God every day for his grace and his mercy. His grace and mercy is sufficient. So it don't matter. It don't matter what people got to say about you. It don't matter how people treat you. You better treat yourself. Don't take everything that people say about you. You choose it. You got rights. Especially if you are a child and you watching this, you got rights. Okay? I don't care if someone is angry and they say something to you out of maliciousness. You ain't got to believe that. You don't have to believe it. And I want you to think about who you are. Who are you? Take some time and put it on a piece of paper. Look at it. Look at it. Who are you? What value do you bring to the table? And take some time and think about it. And I want you to take time so you don't waste time in this life, because tomorrow is not promised to you. Get up and do something for yourself. Get up and be positive for somebody else. Get up and motivate somebody else. Get up and love on somebody on purpose. Love on somebody on purpose. Yes, I haven't always been this way. And another thing, if you think somebody's going to stay the same forever, then that's a problem. Their growth is stunted. I don't want anybody's growth to stunt. I want you to think about it. Think about the situation and shake it off, baby. Put it under your feet so it can bring you higher. It may take you a little time to get higher, but you're going to get there. Because nobody stays the same unless you lay there and die. You keep putting that dirt on you and you don't move, you're going to suffocate and die. All right? I really didn't get up here to say all of that, but my goodness, thank you so much. And for those of you, I do have a new series coming out and I have a new book coming out. But the new series, Beginner to Broadway, it's not necessarily Broadway we're going for. It is for people who have passions, who have dreams, who have desires. And I thank God for my mom and my dad. I do. Because they're 18 years old. I was 17. And I was sitting in my grandma's house. And my daddy came with a videotape. And he said, Yvette, what do you want to do? What do you want to do? What do you want to be when you grow up? And I said, I want to perform on Broadway. I was so excited, you know. And my mom was like, okay, I'm not going to kill your dream. She said, but the one thing I want you to do is, why don't you become an educator? This way, when you don't get the gigs that you want and you can't perform as fast as you want, you can still encourage and empower, and you'll have money to survive. What a wise woman. What a wise woman. Because now, not only do I teach in schools and teach in my nonprofit, but I get to teach around the world. I get to empower people all over the world. You understand? And it helps me. It helps me as an individual, and it helps me continue to pour into children. And I my thing is, I don't want to say I want to be the Martin Luther King of the arts. It's just that I want us to have an opportunity to empower our children. I haven't seen a children's billboard since I created Promote New Haven. I haven't seen our children on billboards since that time. Now you tell me, have you seen our children on the billboards around here? Have you? Okay, I am bringing Promote New Haven back to New Haven. It's so big this time till it's about a $500,000 budget. And I'm taking my time to build it and build it right. So when we bring Promote New Haven, you will see the news anchor with a young person next to them. You will see the art galleries with young art in it. You will see young, I've asked the symphony, I understand they got a license that they can't be able to do it, but I want to be able to see people, even of color, in the symphony. The children. Yeah, the youth symphony of it, okay? So I want to be able to see these things. And thank you, Yale Glee Club, because they were like, hey, send the kids over to us. We got this. So I appreciate that. And I have a mission, and I expect this mission to continue whether I'm here or abroad. And I'm taking my time to build a team that want to work to empower children across this nation, especially in the state of Connecticut, to continue to do the works and efforts. Because you got to remember, people, if we don't train them, these are your leaders of tomorrow. These are your leaders. The children are our future. That's correct, Vatavia. And I want you guys make sure that we take time to instill in these kids. But you can't instill in them if you don't instill in you. So do something for yourself. Love on yourself. Love on purpose. All right? I love you guys. Thank you so much for listening. And I hope you got something out of my testimony. Bye-bye.